The Procrastination Cure, Unlocking Your Productivity Potential. Chapter 1. The Procrastination Puzzle. Procrastination. The word itself carries a weight of guilt, frustration, and perhaps a touch of ironic delay. We all know the feeling, that nagging sense that we should be doing something, coupled with an irresistible urge to do anything else. From putting off writing a crucial report to delaying a simple phone call, procrastination manifests in countless ways, impacting our work, our relationships, and our overall well-being. But what exactly is procrastination? And why do we do it, even when we know it's ultimately detrimental? This chapter aims to unravel the procrastination puzzle, dispelling common misconceptions and exploring the subtle psychological rewards that keep us trapped in its grasp. What is procrastination? Procrastination is more than just laziness or poor time management. It's a complex psychological phenomenon involving the voluntary delay of an intended course of action, despite expecting to be worse off for the delay. The key here is the voluntary nature of the delay and the awareness of negative consequences. We're not simply forgetting or being prevented from doing something, we're actively choosing to postpone it, even though we know it will likely lead to increased stress, anxiety, and potentially poorer outcomes. It's important to differentiate procrastination from strategic delay. Sometimes, postponing a task can be a wise decision. For example, delaying a purchase to research better options or postponing a discussion until emotions have cooled down can be beneficial. Procrastination, however, is characterized by an irrational delay driven by negative emotions and a desire to avoid discomfort. Common misconceptions about procrastination. Several misconceptions surround procrastination, often leading to ineffective strategies for overcoming it. Here are a few common myths. Procrastination is about being lazy. As mentioned earlier, procrastination is not synonymous with laziness. Lazy individuals may simply choose not to do things, whereas procrastinators experience internal conflict, knowing they should be working but struggling to initiate action. Procrastination is a time management problem. While poor time management can contribute to procrastination, it's not the root cause. Procrastination is fundamentally an emotional regulation problem. We procrastinate to avoid negative feelings associated with a task, such as fear of failure, boredom, or anxiety. Procrastinators are simply irresponsible. This judgment overlooks the complex psychological factors at play. Procrastination can affect anyone, regardless of their personality or level of responsibility. It's a common human experience, although its severity varies from person to person. You can completely eliminate procrastination. While you can significantly reduce procrastination and develop healthier habits, it's unrealistic to expect to eliminate it entirely. Occasional delays are normal. The goal is to manage procrastination effectively and prevent it from becoming a chronic problem. The psychological rewards of procrastination. Perhaps the most puzzling aspect of procrastination is why we keep doing it, even when we know it hurts us. The answer lies in the immediate psychological rewards it provides. Procrastination offers temporary relief from negative emotions. When we avoid a challenging or unpleasant task, we experience a fleeting sense of pleasure and reduced anxiety. This immediate gratification reinforces the procrastination cycle, making it more likely we'll procrastinate again in the future. These rewards can manifest in several ways. Mood boost. Engaging in pleasurable activities, like browsing social media or watching TV, provides a temporary mood lift, masking the negative feelings associated with the avoided task. Stress reduction. In the short term, by avoiding a stressful task, we temporarily alleviate the associated anxiety. However, this relief is short-lived, as the stress often returns with greater intensity as deadlines approach. Sense of control. When we procrastinate, we may feel a false sense of control, as if we are actively choosing how to spend our time. This can be particularly appealing when facing tasks that feel overwhelming or out of our control. Understanding these psychological rewards is crucial for breaking the procrastination cycle. By recognizing the temporary relief it offers, we can begin to develop healthier coping mechanisms and strategies for managing negative emotions without resorting to delay. In the following chapters, we will delve deeper into the reasons behind procrastination and explore practical techniques for overcoming it. Chapter 2. Why we procrastinate. While Chapter 1 explored the nature of procrastination and debunked common myths, this chapter delves into the underlying reasons why we procrastinate. Understanding these root causes is essential for developing effective strategies to overcome this pervasive habit. Procrastination is rarely a simple matter of laziness, it's often a complex interplay of psychological and emotional factors. This chapter will explore some of the most common drivers of procrastination, including fear of failure, overwhelm, lack of motivation, and difficulties with self-regulation. Fear of failure and perfectionism. For many, procrastination stems from a deep-seated fear of failure. The thought of not meeting expectations, whether our own or those of others, can be paralyzing. Procrastination becomes a defense mechanism, a way to avoid the potential pain of judgment or disappointment. If we don't try our best, we can't truly fail, or so the logic goes. This fear can manifest in several ways. Fear of not meeting high standards. Perfectionists often set impossibly high standards for themselves, leading to anxiety and avoidance when faced with tasks they fear they can't execute perfectly. Procrastination provides a temporary escape from this pressure. Fear of negative evaluation. The fear of being judged negatively by others can be a powerful motivator for procrastination. Putting off a task allows us to postpone the potential criticism or rejection. Fear of the unknown. Some individuals procrastinate because they fear the uncertainty of the outcome. They may worry about the consequences of completing a task or the changes it might bring. Perfectionism, often intertwined with fear of failure, can be a significant contributor to procrastination. The pursuit of flawlessness can lead to analysis paralysis, where we become so focused on getting everything exactly right that we struggle to even begin. Overwhelm and decision paralysis. Large, complex tasks can feel overwhelming, triggering a sense of dread and avoidance. When faced with a daunting project, we may feel unsure where to start or how to proceed, leading to decision paralysis. This feeling of overwhelm can lead us to procrastinate, seeking refuge in simpler, more manageable activities. Several factors can contribute to overwhelm. Task complexity. Tasks with multiple steps or unclear instructions can feel overwhelming, making it difficult to initiate action. Lack of planning. Without a clear plan or strategy, a large task can seem insurmountable, leading to procrastination. Perceived lack of resources. Feeling like we lack the time, skills, or resources to complete a task can contribute to overwhelm and avoidance. Lack of motivation or interest. Sometimes, we procrastinate simply because we lack motivation or interest in a particular task. If a task feels boring, tedious, or irrelevant, we're more likely to put it off in favor of more engaging activities. This lack of intrinsic motivation can be particularly challenging when dealing with tasks we're obligated to complete, such as work assignments or household chores. Factors contributing to lack of motivation include lack of personal relevance. If we don't see the value or purpose of a task, we're less likely to be motivated to complete it. Lack of enjoyment. Tasks that we find boring or unpleasant are more likely to be procrastinated. Lack of clear rewards. If there are no clear or immediate rewards associated with completing a task, we may struggle to find the motivation to begin. The role of self-regulation and emotional regulation. At its core, procrastination is a problem of self-regulation, the ability to manage our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in pursuit of long-term goals. Procrastinators often struggle with impulse control, the inability to resist immediate gratification in favor of long-term rewards. Delayed gratification, difficulty tolerating discomfort or delaying pleasure to achieve future goals. Emotional regulation, difficulty managing negative emotions associated with tasks, such as anxiety, boredom, or frustration. Emotional regulation plays a crucial role in procrastination. We often procrastinate to avoid negative feelings associated with a task. By engaging in more pleasurable activities, we temporarily alleviate these negative emotions, reinforcing the procrastination cycle. Understanding these underlying causes of procrastination is the first step towards overcoming it. By recognizing the specific factors that trigger our own procrastination tendencies, we can begin to develop targeted strategies to address them. The following chapters will explore practical techniques and tools for combating procrastination and unlocking your productivity potential. Chapter 3. The Brain on Delay. While psychological and emotional factors play a significant role in procrastination, it's important to acknowledge the underlying neurological mechanisms at work. This chapter explores the brain on delay, examining how neurological factors, stress, anxiety, and the brain's reward system contribute to procrastination. Understanding these biological underpinnings can provide valuable insights into why we struggle with procrastination and inform more effective strategies for overcoming it. Neurological factors behind procrastination. Several brain regions and neurochemicals are implicated in procrastination. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive functions like planning, decision-making, and working memory, plays a crucial role in self-regulation. When we procrastinate, activity in the prefrontal cortex tends to decrease, hindering our ability to focus and control impulses. Other key neurological factors include amygdala. This brain region processes emotions, particularly fear and anxiety. When faced with a task that triggers negative emotions, the amygdala becomes more active, leading to avoidance behavior. Anterior cingulate cortex, ACC. The ACC is involved in conflict monitoring and error detection. It signals when there's a discrepancy between what we should be doing and what we're actually doing. In procrastinators, the connection between the ACC and the prefrontal cortex may be weaker, making it harder to override impulsive behaviors. White matter. Studies have shown that individuals who procrastinate more frequently tend to have less white matter in the prefrontal cortex. White matter facilitates communication between different brain regions, and reduced white matter can impair executive functions. The impact of stress and anxiety on decision-making. Stress and anxiety significantly impact our ability to make sound decisions and regulate our behavior. When we're stressed, our bodies release cortisol, a stress hormone that can impair prefrontal cortex function. This makes it harder to focus, plan, and resist distractions, increasing the likelihood of procrastination. Chronic stress can further exacerbate procrastination by depleting mental resources. Constant stress depletes our cognitive resources, making it more difficult to exert self-control and resist the urge to procrastinate. Heightening emotional sensitivity. Stress can amplify negative emotions associated with tasks, making them feel even more daunting and increasing avoidance behavior. Promoting impulsive behavior. Under stress, we tend to prioritize immediate gratification over long-term goals, making us more susceptible to procrastination. Anxiety, particularly task-related anxiety, can also trigger procrastination. The fear of failure, negative evaluation, or uncertainty can create a state of heightened anxiety, leading to avoidance and delay. Dopamine, reward systems, and short-term gratification. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, plays a crucial role in procrastination. When we engage in pleasurable activities, such as browsing social media or watching TV, our brains release dopamine, creating a sense of reward and reinforcing these behaviors. Procrastination exploits this reward system by offering immediate gratification. Avoiding a challenging task provides a temporary relief from negative emotions, triggering a dopamine release and reinforcing the procrastination cycle. This explains why we often choose more enjoyable activities over less appealing but more important tasks. The problem is that this short-term gratification comes at a cost. While procrastination provides immediate relief, it ultimately leads to increased stress, anxiety, and guilt in the long run. The delayed consequences of procrastination are often less salient than the immediate rewards, making it difficult to resist the urge to delay. Understanding the role of dopamine and the brain's reward system highlights the importance of finding healthy ways to experience pleasure and reward. By incorporating enjoyable elements into our work or finding alternative sources of positive reinforcement, we can reduce our reliance on procrastination as a source of immediate gratification. In summary, procrastination is not simply a character flaw or a matter of willpower. It's a complex phenomenon rooted in neurological factors, stress responses, and the brain's reward system. By understanding these biological underpinnings, we can develop more effective strategies to manage procrastination and unlock our true productivity potential. The following sections will delve into practical techniques and tools to combat procrastination and build more productive habits. Chapter 4. The Pomodoro Technique, Time Boxing Your Way to Success. Having explored the underlying causes of procrastination, we now turn our attention to practical strategies for overcoming it. This chapter introduces the Pomodoro Technique, a simple yet highly effective time management method that can significantly boost productivity and combat procrastination. By breaking work into focused intervals, this technique helps to manage time effectively, reduce overwhelm, and maintain concentration. Origin and principles of the Pomodoro Technique. The Pomodoro Technique was developed in the late 1980s by Francesco Cirillo. Cirillo used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer, a Pomodoro, in Italian, to manage his study time, hence the name. The core principle is to work in focused bursts, interspersed with short breaks, to maintain mental sharpness and prevent burnout. The technique is based on several key principles. Time boxing. Dividing work into fixed-length intervals creates a clear structure and encourages focused effort. Focused work. During each work interval, the goal is to eliminate distractions and concentrate solely on the task at hand. Regular breaks. Short breaks between work intervals allow the mind to rest and recharge, preventing mental fatigue and improving concentration. Frequent breaks. Longer breaks after several work intervals provide an opportunity to step away from the work completely and engage in more relaxing activities. Step-by-step guide on how to implement Pomodoro. The classic Pomodoro technique involves the following steps. Choose a task. Select the task you want to work on. It's helpful to prioritize tasks beforehand to ensure you're focusing on the most important ones. Set the timer. Set a timer for 25 minutes. This is the standard Pomodoro work interval. Work uninterrupted, focus solely on the chosen task for the entire 25-minute interval. Avoid all distractions, including emails, social media, and phone calls. Take a short break. Once the timer goes off, take a 5-minute break. During this break, step away from your work, stretch, get a drink, or do something relaxing. Repeat steps 2 to 4 for a total of 4 Pomodoros. Take a longer break. After completing 4 Pomodoros, take a longer break of 15 to 20 minutes. This break allows you to fully recharge before starting the next set of Pomodoros. Adaptations and variations for different tasks and lifestyles. While the classic 25-minute work interval is a good starting point, the Pomodoro technique is flexible and can be adapted to suit different tasks and individual preferences. Here are some common variations. Adjusting the work interval. If you find 25 minutes too short or too long, you can adjust the work interval to fit your needs. Some people find 20 minutes or 30 minutes more effective. Adjusting the break duration. Similarly, you can adjust the length of the short and long breaks. If you need more time to recharge, you can extend the breaks slightly. Using different timers. While a physical kitchen timer can be effective, there are many digital timers and apps specifically designed for the Pomodoro technique. These apps often offer features like tracking progress, customizing work and break intervals, and blocking distractions. Adapting for different task types. For tasks that require deep concentration, you might consider using longer work intervals with shorter breaks. For more routine or less demanding tasks, shorter work intervals with more frequent breaks might be more effective. Combining with other techniques. The Pomodoro technique can be effectively combined with other productivity methods, such as task prioritization or time blocking. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you. The Pomodoro technique is a tool to help you focus and manage your time more effectively. By adapting it to your specific needs and preferences, you can maximize its benefits and combat procrastination more successfully. In the following chapters, we will explore further strategies and techniques to enhance your productivity and overcome procrastination for good. Chapter 5. Setting the stage for action. While techniques like the Pomodoro Technique are valuable tools for managing time, they are most effective when combined with a conducive work environment. This chapter focuses on setting the stage for action by creating an environment that minimizes distractions and maximizes focus. A well-designed workspace can significantly reduce the urge to procrastinate by removing temptations and promoting a state of flow. Creating an environment conducive to work. Our surroundings have a powerful impact on our focus and productivity. A cluttered, noisy, or uncomfortable environment can make it difficult to concentrate and increase the likelihood of procrastination. Conversely, a clean, organized, and comfortable workspace can promote focus and motivation. Key elements of a conducive work environment include cleanliness and organization. A clean and organized workspace reduces visual clutter and promotes a sense of calm and control. Clear your desk of unnecessary items and organize your materials so that everything has its place. Comfortable temperature and lighting. Ensure the temperature is comfortable and the lighting is adequate for the task at hand. Natural light is ideal, but if that's not possible, use bright, white light to promote alertness. Ergonomics. Pay attention to ergonomics to prevent physical discomfort and strain. Use a comfortable chair with good back support, position your monitor at eye level, and ensure your keyboard and mouse are positioned correctly. Personalization. While minimizing clutter is important, personalizing your workspace with a few inspiring items can create a more welcoming and motivating environment. This could include plants, artwork, or photos. Minimizing distractions, digital and physical. Distractions are a major enemy of productivity and a significant trigger for procrastination. Both digital and physical distractions can derail our focus and make it difficult to stay on task. Digital distractions. In today's digital age, minimizing digital distractions is crucial. This includes turning off notifications. Disable notifications on your phone, computer, and other devices. These constant interruptions can break your concentration and lead to procrastination. Using website blockers. Use website blockers or browser extensions to block distracting websites like social media, news sites, and entertainment platforms. Closing unnecessary tabs and applications. Close any tabs or applications that are not essential for the task at hand. Using airplane mode or do not disturb. Consider using airplane mode or do not disturb mode on your devices to completely eliminate interruptions. Physical distractions. Physical distractions can be just as disruptive as digital ones. This includes minimizing noise. If possible, work in a quiet environment. If noise is unavoidable, use noise-canceling headphones or earplugs. Reducing visual clutter. As mentioned earlier, a cluttered workspace can be a major source of distraction. Keep your desk clean and organized. Communicating your need for focus. Let family members or colleagues know when you need uninterrupted time to work. The importance of a dedicated workspace. Having a dedicated workspace, even a small corner of a room, can significantly improve focus and productivity. This dedicated space signals to your brain that it's time to work, making it easier to enter a state of flow. Key benefits of a dedicated workspace. Reduced context switching. Having a dedicated workspace reduces the need to constantly switch between different environments, which can be mentally draining and lead to procrastination. Improved focus. A dedicated workspace helps to create a mental association between that space and work, making it easier to focus when you're there. Clearer boundaries. A dedicated workspace helps to establish clearer boundaries between work and leisure time, preventing work from encroaching on your personal life. If you don't have a separate room for a home office, consider creating a designated workspace in a corner of your living room or bedroom. The key is to create a space that is solely dedicated to work and free from distractions. By creating a conducive work environment, minimizing distractions, and establishing a dedicated workspace, you can significantly reduce the urge to procrastinate and create a more productive and focused work experience. The next chapter will explore effective goal setting and task management strategies to further enhance your productivity. Chapter 6. Goal setting and task management. Effective goal setting and task management are crucial for overcoming procrastination. When tasks feel overwhelming or we lack a clear sense of direction, it's easy to fall into the trap of delaying action. This chapter explores practical strategies for setting achievable goals and managing tasks effectively, empowering you to take control of your workload and minimize procrastination. SMART goals for procrastinators. Setting effective goals is the foundation of productivity. However, vague or unrealistic goals can actually contribute to procrastination. The SMART framework provides a useful guideline for creating goals that are more likely to be achieved. Specific, clearly define what you want to achieve. Avoid vague statements and use concrete language. Instead of write more, try write 500 words of my blog post. Measurable, establish criteria for measuring progress. This allows you to track your achievements and stay motivated. For example, finish reading one chapter of the textbook is measurable. Achievable, set goals that are challenging but attainable. Setting overly ambitious goals can lead to overwhelm and procrastination. Break large goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Relevant, ensure your goals align with your overall objectives and values. This increases motivation and makes it more likely you'll stay committed. Time-bound, set a deadline for each goal. This creates a sense of urgency and helps to prevent procrastination. For procrastinators, it's particularly important to focus on the achievable aspect. Starting with smaller, more manageable goals can build momentum and confidence, making it easier to tackle larger projects later. Breaking tasks into microtasks. One of the main reasons we procrastinate is because tasks feel overwhelming. Breaking large tasks into smaller, more manageable microtasks can make them feel less daunting and easier to initiate. This approach transforms a seemingly insurmountable project into a series of smaller, more achievable steps. Here's how to break down tasks effectively. Identify the main task, clearly define the overall task you want to complete. Break it down into smaller steps, divide the main task into smaller, more specific subtasks. Each subtask should be actionable and take a relatively short amount of time to complete. Prioritize the microtasks, determine the order in which you need to complete the subtasks. This creates a clear roadmap for completing the overall task. Schedule the microtasks, assign specific times or days to complete each subtask. This adds structure and accountability. For example, instead of write a research paper, you might break it down into research topic and gather sources, 2 hours. Create an outline, 1 hour. Write the introduction, 1 hour. Write body paragraph 1, 30 minutes. Write body paragraph 2, 30 minutes. And so on. By breaking down tasks into microtasks, you create a sense of progress and accomplishment as you complete each step, which can significantly boost motivation and reduce procrastination. The 2-minute rule for initiating action. The 2-minute rule, popularized by David Allen in his book, Getting Things Done, is a simple yet powerful technique for overcoming procrastination. The rule states that if a task can be completed in 2 minutes or less, you should do it immediately. This rule is effective because it removes the mental barrier to starting. Often, the hardest part of any task is getting started. By focusing on very small actions, we can overcome this initial inertia and build momentum. Examples of tasks that can be completed in 2 minutes or less include responding to a quick email, making a phone call, filing a document, putting away a misplaced item. By applying the 2-minute rule, you can clear many small tasks off your plate quickly, freeing up mental space for larger, more complex projects. It also helps to build a habit of immediate action, which can significantly reduce procrastination in the long run. By implementing these goal-setting and task management strategies, you can gain a greater sense of control over your workload and minimize the urge to procrastinate. The next chapter will explore the importance of mindset shifts in overcoming procrastination and enhancing productivity. Chapter 7. Mindset Shifts for Productivity. While practical techniques like time management and task breakdown are essential for combating procrastination, lasting change also requires a shift in mindset. Our thoughts and beliefs about ourselves and our work can significantly influence our behavior. This chapter explores key mindset shifts that can help you overcome procrastination and unlock your productivity potential. Embracing imperfection. Perfectionism is a common driver of procrastination. The fear of not meeting impossibly high standards can lead to analysis paralysis and avoidance. Embracing imperfection is crucial for overcoming this tendency. Key strategies for embracing imperfection. Recognize that perfect is the enemy of good. Striving for perfection can often prevent us from even starting. Aiming for good enough can be more productive than striving for an unattainable ideal. Focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate small wins and focus on the progress you're making, rather than fixating on flaws or shortcomings. Challenge perfectionistic thoughts. When you find yourself thinking, "it has to be perfect," challenge that thought with more realistic and balanced alternatives, such as, "it just needs to be done," or "I can always improve it later." Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes or fall short of your expectations. Remember that everyone makes mistakes, and they are opportunities for learning and growth. By embracing imperfection, you can reduce the pressure you put on yourself and make it easier to start and complete tasks. Reframing tasks to highlight benefits. Often, we procrastinate on tasks because we perceive them as unpleasant or tedious. Reframing these tasks to highlight their benefits can significantly increase motivation and reduce procrastination. Here's how to reframe tasks effectively. Focus on the positive outcomes. Instead of focusing on the negative aspects of a task, focus on the positive outcomes it will bring. For example, instead of thinking, "I hate writing reports," try, "completing this report will help me demonstrate my skills and contribute to the project's success." Connect tasks to your values and goals. When you understand how a task aligns with your values and long-term goals, it becomes more meaningful and motivating. Visualize the feeling of completion. Imagine how you will feel once you've completed the task. This can create a sense of anticipation and motivate you to get started. Break down the task and focus on the first step. Instead of focusing on the entire task, concentrate on the first small step. This makes it feel less overwhelming and easier to initiate action. By reframing tasks to emphasize their benefits, you can shift your perspective and make them feel more appealing, reducing the likelihood of procrastination. Cognitive behavioral techniques to combat procrastination thought patterns. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, techniques can be highly effective in addressing the negative thought patterns that contribute to procrastination. These techniques help you identify and challenge unhelpful thoughts and replace them with more realistic and balanced ones. Here are some CBT techniques you can use. Identify procrastination triggers. Pay attention to the situations, thoughts, and feelings that trigger your procrastination. This awareness is the first step to changing your behavior. Challenge negative automatic thoughts. When you notice yourself procrastinating, identify the automatic thoughts that are contributing to it. These are often negative, self-critical, or unrealistic thoughts. Replace negative thoughts with balanced alternatives. Once you've identified a negative thought, challenge its validity and replace it with a more balanced and realistic alternative. For example, if you think, "I'm going to fail this project," you could replace it with, "I've prepared well, and I'll do my best. Even if I don't get the perfect result, I will learn from the experience." Use thought records. A thought record is a tool used in CBT to track negative thoughts, identify the evidence for and against them, and develop more balanced responses. By using these CBT techniques, you can gain greater control over your thoughts and reduce the influence of negative thinking on your procrastination habits. By embracing imperfection, reframing tasks, and using CBT techniques, you can develop a more positive and productive mindset that supports your efforts to overcome procrastination and achieve your goals. The following sections will explore practical tips, tools, and strategies for maintaining momentum and making long-term changes. Chapter 8. Starting is half the battle. As the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Often, the most challenging aspect of overcoming procrastination is simply getting started. Once we've initiated action, it becomes much easier to maintain momentum. This chapter explores practical tips and psychological tricks to help you overcome initial inertia and make starting a task less daunting. Psychological tricks to get started, e.g., 5-second rule. Several psychological techniques can help you overcome the initial resistance to starting a task. The 5-second rule, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, is a simple but powerful technique for overcoming inertia. When you have an impulse to act on a goal, count down from 5 to 1, and then immediately take action. This interrupts the brain's tendency to overthink and allows you to bypass resistance. The Eat the Frog technique. This technique, popularized by Brian Tracy, suggests tackling your most challenging or unpleasant task first thing in the morning. By completing the frog early, you clear your mind and create a sense of accomplishment that can carry you through the rest of the day. Just start for 5 minutes. Tell yourself you'll only work on the task for 5 minutes. Often, once you've started, you'll find it easier to continue beyond the initial 5 minutes. This technique lowers the barrier to entry and makes the task feel less daunting. Implement a starting ritual. Create a consistent pre-work ritual. This could include making a cup of tea, listening to a specific song, or reviewing your to-do list. A consistent ritual signals to your brain that it's time to work and helps you transition into a focused state. The power of habit stacking. Habit stacking, also known as implementation intentions, is a powerful technique for building new habits and making it easier to start tasks. It involves linking a new habit to an existing one. The formula for habit stacking is, after, current habit, I will, new habit. For example, after I brush my teeth in the morning, I will work on my report for 15 minutes. After I finish my lunch break, I will organize my desk. After I turn off my computer at the end of the day, I will plan my tasks for tomorrow. By linking a new habit to an existing one, you leverage the power of association and make it more likely that you'll follow through. This technique can be particularly effective for initiating tasks you tend to procrastinate on. Accountability partnerships and public commitments. External accountability can be a powerful motivator for overcoming procrastination. Sharing your goals with others and making public commitments can create a sense of obligation and increase your likelihood of following through. Here are some ways to leverage accountability. Find an accountability partner. Find someone who shares similar goals or is also working on overcoming procrastination. Regularly check in with each other, share your progress, and provide mutual support. Join a study group or mastermind group. Joining a group of like-minded individuals can provide a supportive environment and create a sense of community. Make a public commitment. Share your goals on social media or with friends and family. This creates a sense of public accountability and can motivate you to stick to your commitments. Hire a coach or mentor. A coach or mentor can provide guidance, support, and accountability to help you achieve your goals. By using these strategies to initiate action, you can overcome the initial resistance to starting tasks and make it easier to maintain momentum. The next chapter will explore technological tools and resources that can further support your efforts to combat procrastination and enhance productivity. Chapter 9. Technological allies. In today's digital world, technology can be both a source of distraction and a powerful tool for productivity. This chapter explores how to leverage technology to combat procrastination and enhance your focus. We'll examine various apps, tools, and strategies for time management, distraction blocking, and promoting digital well-being. Apps and tools for time management. Numerous apps and tools can help you manage your time more effectively and implement techniques like the Pomodoro Technique. Pomodoro timers. Dedicated Pomodoro timer apps, e.g., Focus To Do, Forest, Pomodoro app, offer customizable work and break intervals, progress tracking, and even gamification features to make time management more engaging. Calendar apps. Utilize calendar apps, e.g., Google Calendar, Outlook Calendar, Apple Calendar, to schedule tasks, set reminders, and block out time for focused work. Color-coding different types of tasks can provide a visual overview of your schedule. Task management apps. Task management apps, e.g., Todoist, Trello, Asana, Microsoft To Do, allow you to create to-do lists, break down tasks into subtasks, set deadlines, and track your progress. Some apps also offer features like collaboration and project management. Note-taking apps, e.g., Evernote, OneNote, Google Keep, can be used to capture ideas, organize research, and create outlines for projects. Using technology to block distractions. Technology can also be used to minimize digital distractions and create a more focused work environment. Website blockers, e.g., Freedom, Cold Turkey, Stay Focused, allow you to block distracting websites and apps for specific periods. Some blockers even offer scheduling features to automatically block websites during work hours. App blockers, often built into operating systems or available as third-party apps, can restrict access to distracting apps on your phone or computer. Focus modes. Many devices now offer built-in focus modes, e.g., Focus Assist on Windows, Focus Mode on iOS and Android, that silence notifications, limit app usage, and create a more focused digital environment. Browser extensions like Stay Focused or Waste No Time can help you limit time spent on distracting websites. Digital detoxes and scheduled breaks. While technology can be a valuable tool, it's also important to disconnect and take regular breaks from the digital world. Scheduled breaks. Incorporate regular digital breaks into your day. During these breaks, step away from your devices and engage in activities that don't involve screens, such as taking a walk, reading a book, or meditating. Digital detoxes. Consider scheduling longer periods of digital detox, such as a weekend or a day, to completely disconnect from technology and recharge. Time limits for social media. Set daily time limits for social media apps to prevent excessive usage and reduce distractions. Many smartphones now offer built-in features to track and limit app usage. Designated tech-free zones. Designate certain areas in your home as tech-free zones, such as the bedroom or dining room. This can help to create clearer boundaries between work and personal life. It's important to remember that technology is a tool, and its effectiveness depends on how we use it. By strategically leveraging technology for time management and distraction blocking, and by incorporating regular digital breaks, we can create a more productive and balanced relationship with the digital world. The next chapter will focus on maintaining momentum, preventing burnout, and tracking progress. Chapter 10. Maintaining momentum. Overcoming procrastination is not a one-time fix, it's an ongoing process. This chapter focuses on strategies for maintaining momentum, preventing burnout, and ensuring long-term success. It explores the importance of proper rewards, progress tracking, and regular reflection. How to prevent burnout. Burnout is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged or excessive stress. It can significantly hinder productivity and make you more susceptible to procrastination. Preventing burnout is crucial for maintaining long-term momentum. Here are some key strategies for preventing burnout. Prioritize self-care. Make time for activities that help you relax and recharge, such as spending time in nature, pursuing hobbies, or practicing mindfulness. Set realistic expectations. Avoid overloading yourself with too many tasks or setting unrealistic deadlines. Take regular breaks. Incorporate regular breaks into your workday to avoid mental fatigue. Step away from your work, stretch, or engage in a relaxing activity. Establish boundaries between work and personal life. Create clear boundaries between work and personal time to prevent work from encroaching on your personal life. Delegate tasks when possible. Don't try to do everything yourself. Delegate tasks to others when possible to reduce your workload. Get enough sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for physical and mental well-being. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Maintain a healthy diet. Nourish your body with a balanced diet to support energy levels and overall health. Exercise regularly. Regular physical activity can help to reduce stress, improve mood, and boost energy levels. Rewarding yourself the right way. Rewarding yourself for completing tasks can be a powerful motivator. However, it's important to choose rewards that are healthy and don't undermine your progress. Here are some guidelines for rewarding yourself effectively. Choose rewards that are aligned with your goals. Avoid rewards that contradict your goals. For example, if you're trying to eat healthier, rewarding yourself with junk food would be counterproductive. Make rewards proportional to the task. The reward should be appropriate for the size and difficulty of the task. Completing a small task might warrant a short break or a small treat, while completing a large project might warrant a more significant reward, such as a day off or a special outing. Use intrinsic rewards. Intrinsic rewards, such as a sense of accomplishment or personal satisfaction, can be more motivating than extrinsic rewards, such as material possessions. Avoid using procrastination as a reward. Don't use procrastination itself as a reward. For example, don't tell yourself you'll watch TV only after you've procrastinated for a certain amount of time. This can reinforce procrastination habits. Examples of healthy rewards: taking a short walk or spending time in nature, listening to music or a podcast, reading a book, spending time with friends or family, engaging in a hobby, enjoying a healthy meal or snack. Tracking progress and reflecting on achievements. Tracking your progress and reflecting on your achievements is essential for maintaining motivation and making long-term progress. Here are some ways to track progress and reflect on achievements. Use a productivity journal. Keep a journal to track your daily tasks, progress, and accomplishments. Use a task management app. Many task management apps offer features for tracking progress and generating reports. Review your goals regularly. Regularly review your goals to ensure they are still relevant and motivating. Celebrate your successes. Take time to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Reflect on your challenges and learn from them. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. Instead, reflect on what you can learn from them and use that knowledge to improve your strategies. By preventing burnout, rewarding yourself effectively, and tracking your progress, you can maintain momentum and make lasting changes in your productivity and procrastination habits. The final chapters will discuss building lasting habits and making lifestyle adjustments to support sustained productivity. Chapter 11. Building habits that stick. Overcoming procrastination is not about finding a quick fix, it's about building sustainable habits that support productivity and self-regulation. This chapter explores the science of habit formation and provides practical strategies for creating new habits that stick. The habit loop and how to leverage it. The habit loop, a concept popularized by Charles Duhigg in his book, The Power of Habit, describes the neurological process behind habit formation. It consists of three key components. Cue, a trigger that prompts the behavior. This could be a time of day, a location, an emotion, or a preceding event. Routine, the behavior itself, which can be physical, mental, or emotional. Reward, the positive reinforcement that makes the brain want to repeat the behavior in the future. Understanding the habit loop allows us to consciously design new habits and break old ones. To build a new habit, you need to identify the cue, determine what will trigger the desired behavior. Define the routine, clearly define the behavior you want to perform. Establish a reward, choose a reward that you find motivating and that occurs immediately after the behavior. For example, if you want to build a habit of working on a project for 30 minutes each morning. Cue, after you finish your morning coffee. Routine, work on the project for 30 minutes. Reward, enjoy a short break to check social media or listen to music. By consistently repeating this loop, the association between the cue, routine, and reward becomes stronger, and the behavior eventually becomes automatic. Consistency over intensity. When building new habits, consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to start small and consistently perform the behavior than to try to do too much too soon and burn out. For example, if you want to build a habit of exercising regularly, it's better to start with 15 minutes of exercise each day than to try to do an hour-long workout once a week. By starting small and building gradually, you're more likely to stick to the habit in the long run. Key principles for prioritizing consistency. Start small, begin with a small, manageable version of the habit. Focus on daily practice, aim to perform the habit every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Don't break the chain, try to avoid missing any days. Use a calendar or habit tracking app to track your progress and motivate yourself to maintain the streak. Dealing with setbacks and maintaining motivation. Setbacks are a normal part of the habit building process. It's important to not get discouraged when you miss a day or fall back into old habits. Here are some tips for dealing with setbacks and maintaining motivation. Don't aim for perfection, accept that you will have occasional setbacks. The key is to get back on track as quickly as possible. Identify the cause of the setback, reflect on what triggered the setback and identify any patterns or triggers you can avoid in the future. Practice self-compassion, be kind to yourself and avoid self-criticism. Remember that everyone makes mistakes. Focus on the long-term goal, keep your long-term goal in mind and remind yourself why you started building the habit in the first place. Adjust your strategy if needed. If you're consistently struggling to maintain a habit, consider adjusting your strategy. You might need to make the habit smaller, change the cue or reward, or try a different approach. Building habits that stick takes time and effort. By understanding the habit loop, prioritizing consistency, and effectively dealing with setbacks, you can create lasting changes in your behavior and overcome procrastination for good. The final chapter will explore lifestyle adjustments that can further support sustained productivity and well-being. Chapter 12. Lifestyle adjustments for sustained productivity. While specific techniques and strategies are crucial for overcoming procrastination, long-term success also depends on making broader lifestyle adjustments. This final chapter explores the critical role of sleep, nutrition, exercise, and work-life balance in supporting sustained productivity and minimizing the urge to procrastinate. The role of sleep, nutrition, and exercise in productivity. These three pillars of health are fundamental to both physical and mental well-being, and they have a direct impact on our ability to focus, manage stress, and regulate our emotions, all of which are crucial for overcoming procrastination. Sleep. Adequate sleep is essential for cognitive function, mood regulation, and energy levels. Sleep deprivation can impair attention, memory, and decision-making, making it much harder to resist the urge to procrastinate. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Establish a regular sleep schedule, create a relaxing bedtime routine, and ensure your bedroom is dark, quiet, and cool. Nutrition. What we eat directly affects our energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein provides the necessary fuel for optimal brain function. Avoid processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive caffeine, which can lead to energy crashes and increased anxiety. Exercise. Regular physical activity has numerous benefits for both physical and mental health. Exercise can reduce stress, improve mood, boost energy levels, and enhance cognitive function. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week. Find activities you enjoy, whether it's walking, running, swimming, or dancing, and make it a regular part of your routine. Balancing work and leisure to avoid procrastination. A healthy work-life balance is essential for preventing burnout and maintaining long-term productivity. When we're constantly working or feeling overwhelmed, we're more likely to procrastinate as a way to cope with stress. Here are some tips for balancing work and leisure. Set clear boundaries between work and personal time, establish specific start and end times for your workday and stick to them as much as possible. Avoid checking emails or working on projects during your personal time. Schedule leisure activities. Just as you schedule work tasks, schedule time for leisure activities, such as spending time with friends and family, pursuing hobbies, or engaging in relaxing activities. Take regular breaks and vacations. Don't neglect the importance of regular breaks and vacations. These periods of rest and relaxation are essential for recharging your batteries and preventing burnout. Learn to say no. Don't be afraid to say no to new commitments or requests if you're already feeling overwhelmed. Prioritize your well-being and avoid overcommitting yourself. Practice mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and yoga can help to reduce stress and improve focus. Continuous learning and adapting to new challenges. Overcoming procrastination is an ongoing journey. It's important to recognize that there will be times when you struggle or face new challenges. The key is to be adaptable, continue learning, and refine your strategies as needed. Here are some ways to support continuous learning and adaptation. Reflect on your experiences, regularly reflect on your progress, identify what's working well, and identify areas where you can improve. Stay informed, continue to learn about productivity techniques, time management strategies, and the psychology of procrastination. Be patient with yourself, building new habits and overcoming procrastination takes time and effort. Be patient with yourself and celebrate your progress along the way. Seek support when needed. Don't hesitate to seek support from friends, family, or a professional if you're struggling. By prioritizing sleep, nutrition, exercise, and work-life balance, and by embracing continuous learning and adaptation, you can create a sustainable lifestyle that supports sustained productivity, minimizes procrastination, and promotes overall well-being. This concludes our exploration of the procrastination cure. Remember that overcoming procrastination is a journey, not a destination. By implementing the strategies and techniques outlined in this book, you can unlock your productivity potential and achieve your goals.